When we think about Iran today and compare it to the Iran of 10 years ago, we need to also take into account how China has changed over the past 10 years. Since the early 2000s, Chinese car companies have been some of the biggest investors in Iran because whenever sanctions have gone into place, European and Japanese and Korean companies have been some of the first to lose out. Peugeot, the French automaker, is still the second biggest car company in Iran, but the Chinese companies that were 10, 20 years ago are no longer the small companies that are just going to Iran because they can't compete in Europe or South America or even the United States. The top Chinese company in Iran, Chery, went there in the early 2000s, but now it has operations in Europe and South America too. It has a factory in Spain and it's even considering making a factory in the United Kingdom. And Chinese car companies are doing very well in Mexico now, making up 20% of the car market. Chery in Iran is building a plant right now and wants to make its production even more than before. And this comes as the Iranian government is changing its policy on electric vehicles. So we need to ask, in 5 years' time, what will this look like? Will Iran be a more electrified country? And with the Trump administration kind of preventing electric vehicles from taking off faster, Bloomberg is saying that the United States will not be on par with the global average of electric vehicle adoption until 2040. Is there a potential that Iran might even surpass the United States in electric vehicles? That's a very small maybe, but still, if Chinese companies have a bigger role in Iran, what will the likelihood of this happening be? And then what will it seem what would happen in the future when we have the United States and Iran going at each other once again and sanctions are in place? But the Chinese companies don't just exist in Iran, but they also exist in Europe and South America and Southeast Asia. Will they have more leverage to prevent sanctions from happening? What do you think?